All right, so 603, number 20. This one's a little bit different. This one we don't have to find the APR. Usually I think that's one of the hardest things to do. So we don't have to find the APR this time, they give it to us. What they tell us is that he's going to spend $12,000 on a motorcycle, but got $4,500 as a trade-in. So first of all, the amount we're going to finance. So instead of having to find a percent, we just get to subtract. So $12,000 motorcycle minus the $4,500 trade-in gives us $7,500. So that's not part of the question, but that's something you're going to have to figure out in order to answer the rest of the questions. Okay, so we financed $7,500. So part A, we need to find the monthly payment. So again, what you do, this goes back to the very first thing in this section, is to figure out the finance charge. Or sorry, that's all we have to do for part A is the finance charge. 7,500 divided by 100, because again, the chart says per $100. All right, and then you need to multiply that by, you need to look up the amount in the chart. So 6.5% for 24 months. When you look that up, you should get 6.91 in your chart. So that would be $518.25. So again, this is the finance charge, the extra, the interest. If you forget to divide this by 100, that's going to move this over twice. So your finance charge would be $51,825. If you have to pay over $51,000 of interest on a $7,500 loan, something's wrong. All right, so make sure your answers make sense when you go through and do this. All right, so the finance charge was $518.25. Part B, the monthly payment, $7,500 is the principal plus $518.25 that you have to pay in interest. Divide that by the 24 months. And that comes out to be $334.09. So again, for 24 months, he needs to make monthly payments of $334.09. That would give him this total amount of the $7,500 plus the $518.25. Part C, though, he's going to decide to pay it off after 1 year. So on his 12th payment, his 1 year's over, he decides just to pay the whole thing. So how much is he going to save? That's the U formula, the unearned interest, the interest he doesn't have to pay. Again, he still has to pay $7,500 total. He just doesn't have to pay all of this. That's what we're figuring out, is how much of that he doesn't have to pay. So if it's the 12th payment, there will be 12 payments that he's not paying. Okay, so 12 times $334.09 times, again, now this is where we need to look in the big part of your chart. You need to look up 12 now. Instead of looking up the 24 row, you're going to look up the 12 row and 6.5%. And you should come up with 3.56 over 100 plus 3.56. 137.82. So again, that's how much he gets to save by paying it off early. Then the big question is how much is he going to have to pay then? If he goes in after 12 months after that first year and says, all right, I'm ready just to pay for my whole motorcycle, how much is he going to need to pay? So again, he needs to make 13 payments of $334.09. Why 13? Because this is the 12 left after he pays it off, but he still has to pay the 12th payment. Okay, so that's why there's 13 of those. Subtract out 137.82. And he needs to have $4,205.35 in order to make that happen when he goes to the bank. Okay, unfortunately, that's just kind of the beginning of 10.4. There's more that we have to do with it. So the first little section that you're going to want to know how to do, 602, 11 through 19 odd. So those are problems just like these that you can practice. Then again, there will be a quiz over this stuff also.